First run, guys. Thanks for coming to our inaugural workshop. We appreciate it. Get the bugs out, and we'll be able to do this numerous times through the bull run.
Okay, we're all good. 100 participants. We're recording. You are in the spotlight.
I don't see me as spotlight, but do you guys see me? All right. Am I the main screen guy? All right, cool. Welcome to the Easy Algo live workshop for September 2024. My name is Power Friend. I'm the CEO of Easy Algo. With us we have today Seth, the creator, we otherwise known as Trader X, in our workshop or in our Discord. The goal today is to inform a lot of you that may have already been with Easy Algo in the past, and it just wasn't right for you at the time, or you didn't quite catch enough of the access and understanding of what we do in a 3-day free trial, as well as inviting a bunch of new people that have not had the opportunity to see any of it. By the end of this workshop, we want to share with you every tool, toy, every part of our training, live trading. You're going to learn everything that we have, our apps, our indicators, why Easy Algo is like wall hacks for the charts and makes your trading journey much, much easier, much more simplified, and how much support we actually do provide. This isn't just an indicator. This isn't just something you add to your chart and then wonder what the heck to do. We are a full platform support system for your trading journey for this next bull run. So I want to make sure that you guys understand it. We're going to go through everything. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. You can sign up for that 7-day trial. I want you to do it while you're here because we're going to give away up to 5 free monthly memberships randomly based on some numbers that I've written down for those that sign up today. We do get notifications in order as you guys sign up. Some of you will get a free month at the end of your trial, but all of you have the opportunity to stay with us for the entire week. And we're going to do this right starting tonight. You're going to get the time to get ready. And then the journey starts tomorrow night with the monthly pivot party or the weekly pivot party. And then we're going to go right through till Friday. We're going to guide you. You're going to get a special tag in the Discord so I can talk directly to you, give you alpha just for you guys, and make sure that you guys at least get 1, maybe 2 great trades this week to hopefully just cover your next month's membership. And then we're just going to do that month after month after month until October 20th, the end of the peak alt season, and we all make a ton of money. So that being said, I'm going to bring it over to Seth, and we'll start the presentation.
Thank you for that. Welcome, everyone. It is super happy to see you all here to this live workshop. We're going to be giving you guys some super alpha today. And like Power Friend said, we're going to introduce you to our system and show you exactly how it works for those that are new or for those that already have a bit of idea of what it is that we're going to be sharing. But after this workshop, you're going to be super clear on exactly what Easy Algo is and how our indicators and system works. So welcome, get comfortable, and enjoy the training. So what am I going to be sharing with you in this training today? I'm going to be showing you exactly how to easily identify the directional bias of the market. This was something that was a massive challenge to me when I started trading. And it's one of the reasons I set out to figure out how do we make this easy enough to achieve and to teach it to other people, because it's something a lot of people struggle with. And we just wanted to simplify it. Now we've made it simple. We've made it easy for anyone to be able to do. Number 2, how to find the best entries, exit, and stop loss levels. Once again, this is another aspect where a lot of people struggle. And when you've got a clear, straightforward structure on how to find these things, it really becomes super simple. Number 3, how to spot pools of liquidity, which are these max pain zones, which is super important to become aware of, because these become insanely amazing targets and entry points. So I'm going to go into detail on how to find those. And then lastly, how to find the best tokens to trade. So a lot of traders always wonder and ask me, how do you know what tokens to trade every day? And I'm going to show you today exactly how you'll be able to find the best tokens to trade every day, every week, every month, and know with certainty that you've chosen the best tokens. So this is what we're going to be sharing with you guys in this training. And then as Power Friend said, if you stay till the end, we want to give everyone that's here a free 7 days. Sorry, we've changed it to 7 days, free trial to everyone. So we can guide you through the system, show you how it works, and at least give you an opportunity to fully test out what we're offering before you make a decision and see the value in what we have to offer. We're also going to be giving away a few 30-day subscriptions at the end. So make sure you stay to the end. I'll show you guys are going to stay to the end because it's going to be so worth it. So first of all, why listen to us? Why listen to us? One of the reasons is we've had multiple groups over the last few years. We've trained thousands of people using multiple indicators. It's not the first time we've done this. We've just refined the process over the years. And this is the best that we've ever had it right now. So I'm pretty sure and can guarantee you guys, you're going to receive the best of what we have. We've brought to the crypto market revolutionary indicators that no one else has. It hasn't been even created by anyone else. We've created the first of its kind with our new tech strategies as well. And it's helped countless traders in our group. We have tons of reviews, guys. We have 500 five-star reviews. And that's just in a few months. So the people don't lie. So these are just some of the reasons why you should even be willing to take your time to listen to us. So what is Easy Algo? Easy Algo was created to help simplify trading for traders and make trading easier. This is our goal. This is our intention. This is what we want to do to any people that join our group. We want to help them simplify trading because it's overly complicated and unnecessarily. Trading is actually simple. The hardest part is the psychology, but the strategy is actually simple. So at Easy Algo, we help new and old traders who struggle with trading achieve more consistent results with a defined strategy using our revolutionary set of proven tools, expert coaching, and mentorship. We used to be primarily focused on indicators, but now we've become an actual training school. And now the indicators become part of our curriculum. We are bear and bull market proof. So we're not waiting for the bull run to start. We're not waiting for old season to start. We're not waiting for any of that. We're making money every single week. It doesn't matter what the markets are doing. Our system is designed so you can make money in any market conditions. Markets going down, you're making money. Markets going up, you're making money. You're not waiting around for the old season to start or for the bull run to start. You're just making money no matter what is actually happening in the market conditions. This is the way our indicators have been structured in our curriculum. So this is one of the things that sets us apart from other groups as well, is that you can make money no matter what is happening in the market. So number one, how do you identify the directional bias in the market? This has become one of the biggest things that a lot of people find challenging with. And this is one of the most important things you need to know if you want to become a winning trader. Because if you do not identify what is happening in the bias of the market, you potentially will enter and exit your trades at the wrong places. So the first indicator, this is our primary indicator that we teach, is called TrendX, and it is based on key levels. And these key levels help you show you where is the best times to enter your trades and give you a glimpse in what is the direction of the market doing. So can you see this arrow over here? This yellow line over here, this is our TrendX pivot line. And this pivot line is basically going to show you what is happening in the future. Most other indicators are lagging indicators. They only show you what's going to happen when it's too late. This indicator will show you what is going to happen before it actually happens. And it is super, super simple. Like it's going to blow you guys away when you realize how simple it is. So it is actually a leading indicator. If you're ever going to use an indicator, you want to make sure it's a leading indicator, it's a price action indicator, and it's a real-time indicator. Otherwise, you're going to use indicators that are lagging.
Now, something that's key to this, and it's very important to realize, and this is something that myself, being in the Discord week after week for our weekly pivot parties, that you have to recognize. This is with that aha moment that a lot of you may have missed if you're on the 3-day free trial, and a lot of you may not have ever seen, because we only started doing this about 12 weeks ago. On the left side, on the before, that is us at our weekly pivot party. That is us every Sunday night. We meet at 7:30 p.m., 30 minutes before the weekly candle close, and we start to identify the best tokens to trade for the week. So you see how the line is much shorter on the left side? That's because we are getting this before the big move you see on the right side on that after. Every week now, we get together, 100 plus members, hanging out on a Sunday, and we go through. It takes about 3 hours. We watch for the Asia Open. We watch for both Asian markets open, and we hang out, chat. No trading. We're just identifying how we're going to make money this week. And we see like an inside pivot, which is that super narrow pivot. We know that token is going to make an aggressive move before it actually happens. So you want to be there and understand we're telling the future. we are going to give you 10 tokens. We're going to do the work for you. The ScannerX bot is going to come through. It's going to produce these tokens for us, and we get a list and show you how to be able to make sure that you get the best trades this week. So get your head around the idea. This is a leading indicator. This isn't just like, you know, the others that you get where it just shows up with pretty lines of support or resistance on your chart. No. We're down to the 1 minute at 8:01 p.m. Eastern, looking at tokens that are about to make crazy moves this week. And we provide you that list, load it, help you load it right into your Tradingview. And that's what we trade. We focus on Pramad's there, our trainer. The whole community is looking at these 10 tokens. We're working together so that we all make money, and we see it ahead of time. It's a very key component. Sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. So if you can see, we've got the before and the after. The before is showing us, see these pivots. I'm going to go into detail about the pivots as well and fill you in a bit more information how they work. But these pivots are basically every single start of the week they are produced, and based on how they look, it's going to tell you which is the best tokens to trade, which I'm going to show you exactly how we find them. And you can see it starts out like this. Once we see a narrow pivot like this, we know there's going to be a big move happening. So then we can anticipate that, and then we just look for entries. And this happens every single week. We get multiple coins every single week that show us these narrow pivots, and these become the best assets to trade for that week. So how it is like this, to be able to identify this trend is we've got the weekly trend line, this yellow line in the center. If price is above that line, we're simply looking to buy the market. The market is in more of a bullish environment. If price is below this line, we're looking to sell the market. The market is more of a sell and bearish market. So it's as simple as that. We wait for price at the start of the week to find its way, and whether it settles above the level or below the level, it's going to tell us what is the bias of the market for that week. So it is as simple as that in being able to identify, are you looking for longs? Are you looking for shorts? So for example, this week, this was one of the tokens. This was actually one of the setups we gave in the group on Monday. And this made it a fantastic move this week. And you can see price settled on top. You can see we got a nice big candle settle there, and then we got a bullish week. And there were multiple entries and trades. We could have taken this whole week. There was multiple entries that were showing, and I'll show you exactly how we would have found those in a minute. On the opposite side, if price opens up underneath the pivot, we're going to get a bearish week. And then we're only looking for sells in the market. You can see that this week was started underneath the pivot. This week it started underneath the pivot, 2 bearish weeks. So for that whole week, you're going to just be looking for sells for that asset, and you will find multiple entries every single day. You can just trade this one coin and get so many entries. But once you identify the bias of the market, it just makes it super clear, because then that coin, you know, you're only looking for sells, you're only looking for longs. There's no more confusion. It gives you so much.
Seth, they're just seeing you, not the screen.
They're not seeing me.
So they're just seeing you. They're not seeing the screen.
That's so weird.
I've got the screen.
You got the screen? Okay.
No, they can't see Seth, so
what they say. Yeah, don't worry about Seth. Just look at the screen.
As long as you see the screen. Here's an example. So you can see over here, this yellow line is the weekly pivot. It's basically giving you information on the whole week. So this is the weekly pivot, and we create our bias based off the weekly. So when the weekly opens up, if price is above the weekly, our bias is long. So we're only looking for longs. And then you can see these little blue lines are the daily pivots. So our daily pivots help us find entries according to the bias that we're looking for. So since price is above the yellow line, we're looking for longs. Then every time price is on top of this daily pivot, that becomes an entry. And you can see we got 1 entry, 2 entries, 3 entries, 4 entries. This week, you would have taken 4 fantastic trades just using these few little lines, because it was showing us price was above the weekly pivot. We're only looking for longs. That means our bias is only long. So that simple little strategy allows you to understand what is the conditions of the market. If we go even a little bit deeper, we can understand the sentiment as well. So you can see we've either got these narrow trend X lines or we've got these wide lines. The narrow lines mean that coin is going to be going into a trending phase, which means there's a high probability it's going to trend into much higher prices. If we've got a wide grid, it means we're going into the ranging phase. So we can automatically look at a coin and we can know exactly, is it going to be ranging? Is it going to be trending? Is it going to be bullish? Is it going to be bearish? This is the advantage we will get. There's no other indication that can give you this much vital information. Immediately look at your chart. You'll know, is it bearish? Is it bullish? Is it ranging? Is it trending? That gives you so much detailed information. And then from there, you're just simply looking for your entries, your stop loss, and your take profit areas, which I'll show you exactly how to find those as well, which comes to the next part. So number 3 over here is, how do you find the best entries, exit, and stop loss levels? This is what we call the Trend X grid. This grid over here, this is one of the indicators. This is one of our main indicators. It's a price action tool. And what it does is it gives you these key levels. So you can see we've got our Trend X in the center. And then we've got these blue levels, which is the previous week high, previous week low. And then we've got the support 2, support 3, resistance 2, and resistance 3. So these are projected onto the chart, and it gives you a defined framework from where you will enter, exit, set stop loss, all those details. So you don't need to understand how to be a master chartist marking up these levels, because it's very difficult to be able to find the center pivot line and to be able to figure out, is it wide or is it narrow? It's pretty impossible to do that through technical TA. You need an indicator to be able to do that for you. I've actually tried. I've tried to figure it out without the indicator, because I wanted to show everyone how to do it without using the indicator. So in case they didn't want to buy the indicator, but I couldn't even figure out how to do it. So in this example, you can see prices above the yellow line, which is the Trend X. We're only looking for buys. If it breaks the first line, which is the previous week high, we continue, we buy. So these levels become levels that you can trade from point to point to point, and going down the same thing. If price is underneath the Trend X, we're only looking for sells. If it's above it, we're only looking for buys. And then we're using these defined levels as key levels to help us guide us through our trading. So you'll see here's a typical example of what it would look like. We scanned the market. We found this amazing narrow pivot, which lets us know this token's going into the trending phase. So then we wanted to look, where's the best places to enter? If it's on the weekly pivot, we want to enter on top of the grid is one of our entry points. There's a few different scenarios of how you can enter depending on the token, which we guide you through all the steps. But basically, our entry would be on top of the pivot. Stop loss would be under the pivot. Take profit 1 would be these blue lines. Take profit 2 would be the first gray. Take profit 3 would be the third gray line. So it's giving you these defined levels, and price usually has a high probability of at least hitting the first blue line, and then less of a probability hitting the first and least on hitting the top, unless the token is very volatile. But this
keep in mind, guys. So a lot of the times, I'm sure a lot of you have followed various YouTubers and you follow call channels. You've been in Discords that are giving you calls. What they're providing you generally is entry, take profit 1, or entry, stop loss, take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. That's what you're getting. You're getting it in text, but you have to kind of look at those pricings, and they're guessing. They're saying a zone. They're guessing a price point, an area, a region. By looking at Trendex, and once you backtest this week and you actually take a look at it, you take any of your favorite assets, backtest it on the daily time frame, look at the weekly pivots, you'll see how well this indicator and price respects those levels. It taps them perfectly. You cannot do that with traditional TA. It's going to be ish. You could use your Fibonacci's. Yes, it'll touch the fibs. But you'll see that even with the fibs against against this, you're basically getting an automated version of calls every day, every chart, every token, every stock, every indices, you name it. You have something on your chart that's giving you the calls, where to enter, where to put your stop loss, where to take profit. And there's no other indicator in the world that's doing this. People often say, well, how do I learn to do this? This screenshot is your entire system. This is it. We will teach you very simply. We have a 20-minute video you can watch over and over and over. And once you join the Discord, you're going to get a welcome message that's going to guide you into learning exactly this. This is the simplified Trendex step-by-step system that you can trade every single day. You apply your traditional TA. Guys who know how to do fibs, you know how to mark your levels, you know where to look for fair value gaps, et cetera, et cetera. This on top of it suddenly just opens up the charts. and you know exactly where we should enter, where you should take profit, where you should put your stop loss. It's amazing watching guys like Ray from Crypto Banter Plus come on. Guys that have, you know, old school TA guys. They come in, and after a few days, they look at us and go, "Wow, how did that happen?" And it happens day after day after day. And you'll see that within your first couple of days with us in the group.
I second everything he just said, by the way, and I'm just a user of the product.
And the head of likes. Don't forget that.
So what it does is it simplifies you finding these areas to enter, exit, set your stop loss. It's all predefined. It's all comes so there's no more guessing where to put your stop loss. There's no more guessing where to take profit. It's all just laid out for you, obvious, making it super, super simple to know these ideas. So for short entries, you'll see here, we have 3 defined entry points, and these become the only places you look for entries. So whenever you look at your chart, you know there's only 3 places you're going to look for entries, whether it's shorts or longs, it's the same 3 places, just inverted. And it will always be those 3 places. So there's no more wondering where to look for an entry. It's made super simple and clear. So you can see in this example, price hits the previous week high, which is these 2 blue lines, and resistance 1. And that is one of the places we look for rejections to occur. If it breaks under the pivot, that's the second place. If it breaks under the other 2 blue lines, which is previous week low and support 1, that becomes the 3rd place to look for an entry. So these are just super defined zones and areas. There's no more wondering. It makes it super clear. For our long entries, it's the opposite. Price is at the bottom of the range, which is this previous week low. That's one of your entries. If it breaks on top of the grid or the trend X pivot, that's one of the entries. And if it breaks above previous week high, that's one of your entries. So what it's doing is it's analyzing all the price action data, and then it's formulating these lines based on what is actually happening in the real-time market. And based on that, it's giving you an understanding of the conditions of the market and the best places to enter, exit your trades from. So you can see over here, bottom of the range becomes an entry, breaks on top of the pivot, and then breaks on top of the previous week high, and R1 becomes an entry. So that's our entries. When it comes to targets, super simple. Each one of these zones or lines becomes a target area. So if you enter underneath the pivot, your first target is the previous week low. If you enter under the previous week low, target becomes resistance 2. Target becomes resistance 3. So you can see we've got these zones. That just makes it super easy. If it breaks one, you target the next. If it breaks the next, you target the next. And for the longs, here we go. Price breaks on top of the grid, you target the previous week high. If it breaks above previous week high, we target resistance 2, breaks resistance 2, target resistance 3. Super simple. I mean, anyone could figure that out on day 1 of learning this indicator. And then when it comes to stop losses, each level you enter, if you enter at the previous week high, stop loss just goes, if price breaks below previous week high, stop loss goes just above it. If price breaks below the trend X, this yellow line, stop loss goes just above it. Price breaks below the previous week low, stop loss just goes above it. And on the other side with our longs, the same thing. If we see price break above on top of the previous week low, stop loss just goes below it. So you can see each level, if price breaks onto that level, your stop loss goes just underneath that level. Breaks onto that level, stop loss goes just underneath. Target becomes the level above it. Makes it super easy to set entries, stop loss levels. You know, some of the problems, the biggest problems people have trading, we've just simplified and made it as easy as possible. And then we've got number 3, which is how to spot pools of liquidity. So pools of liquidity, this is a fantastic thing to understand because this helps you identify where the liquidity is resting in the market. And price likes to travel from liquidity to liquidity. You know, it goes from where the resting orders are to where the resting orders are. And we've got another indicator. This indicator is my pride and joy. It's a little bit of a different indicator, but it's still a price action indicator. This is my baby, actually. This is the
camp number 2. Real quick before you go on, Seth, we have 2 camps here at Easy Algo. So we've got the Trend X guys and we've got the Indicator X guys. They can be used together, but they can conflict. A lot of what we just talked about with Trend X, you know, trading, our bias is, you know, we're trading above the weekly pivot to go for longs, we're trading below the weekly pivot to go for shorts. The Trend X strategy is a very simplified step-by-step strategy. When you get into Indicator X, This is more the smart money concepts, trading with the market maker, understanding what they're doing, why they're doing it, where they're going with it. And Seth is the expert. This is his, as he said, his baby. He created this. This is TrendX is fun and very much simpler to adopt for a lot of new traders. Indicator X is the real science. This is where we're really cheating by getting into the minds of the market maker and knowing how to be able to go follow that money. So understand there are two different camps. We have the two premium indicators, TrendX indicator. Now we're going to go into the Indicator X structure.
Thank you. Indicator X also, guys, it is a 100-year-old trading methodology. And it's not just an indicator. It is actually a methodology known as the master pattern concepts, which stems from Wyckoff. So a lot of the stuff that was used to create this indicator is based off the teaching of Wyckoff on how to identify when the smart money is entering the market, how to identify the liquidity, how to identify the manipulation. This indicator was designed to keep you safe in the market, to avoid the traps in the market, and to keep you in alignment with the smart money. So when the smart money enters, you enter. Whereas most traders who understand traditionally taught strategies, they will enter the opposite of when the smart money. So you get the dumb money and you get the smart money. The dumb money and the smart money are always entering opposite each other. And that is why the dumb money is always losing. That's why 90% of traders lose. So this strategy and this methodology is designed to help you align your trading strategy with the smart money. Because if you trade like the smart money, if you understand their trading style, you will end up on the right side of the market way more than the wrong side of the market, because they enter, you enter. You just kind of keep you in alignment. But one of the features here, we've got these liquidity lines that print. And these liquidity lines are going to show you where the stop loss levels are located from the other traders. So think about it. If you understand where the stop loss levels are located, and it's basically just the swing high and low points, there's a few different features to this indicator. It's quite a complex indicator, and I'm only going to show a very few amount of features just because we don't have as much time to get into the real details of this indicator. But I've turned on the liquidity lines, and the liquidity lines are showing you where price is traveling from and to. So you can see whenever we've got liquidity lines that are untapped, we call these unmitigated liquidity lines. And these have a high probability that price is going to get to these levels, because this is where lots of stop loss pending orders are resting. And if you understand how the smart money trade with large amounts of, they have massive position sizes that we trade with. So they can't enter anywhere on the chart. They can't just enter like we can. They can't just push buy and then enter, because imagine you trading $100 million position size. You can't enter it wherever you are, because if I'm going to enter a position, I need the opposite side of the market to have the equivalent position size to be able for me to fill my position. So they target high stop loss zones, which are called max pain zones. So max pain is basically the point where a trader will set their stop loss, because that is the point where if price goes past there, they're out. That's their max pain. And these are the levels where imagine at this point, there's probably thousands of traders that have their stop loss levels. So the market makers or the smart money, they target those levels as their entry points, because they know that is where there's pools of liquidity resting. And they know that this is where they will get their positions triggered at those levels. So you can see we have resting sell side liquidity, we have resting buy side liquidity. So oftentimes we can use these liquidity levels as exit points where we can exit our trades, or entry points. Oftentimes you'll see when price hits these levels, they have mass liquidation, there will be mass reactions, and then we'll get reversals will occur from those levels, especially these big wicks. You can see over here, wherever we get these big wicks in the market, it's showing us that these are key pool liquidity zones, because you can see there's lots of rejections happening at these levels. So oftentimes we'll target these high liquidity zones. So you can see here's another example. So liquidity levels are created during the expansion phase. So what makes Indicator X so amazing is we teach the 3 market phases. So there's 3 phases that the market's always in. It's always in a contraction phase, an expansion phase, or a trend phase. And by understanding the Indicator X, which is the indicator I'm talking about, it helps you identify these phases, and it will show you what phase the market is currently in, so you can trade that phase accordingly. Because if you understand the phases of the market, then if it's in the expansion phase, like over here, you know to trade it according to expansion. If it's in the contraction phase, you know how to trade according to contraction, because there's certain ways to trade it that if you didn't understand, you would get caught out. In this example here, this is the expansion phase. This is the phase where most traders lose all their profits in the market. It's known as the whipsaw phase. It's known as the washing machine phase. It's designed to shake you out of the market and accumulate all your orders from you. So the market makers will basically, this phase is designed so the market makers can extract all the liquidity from you so that they can fill their massive position sizes. And it's done through a process of this whipsaw action. And as it's occurring, it's forming these liquidity lines at the top and the bottom. And these liquidity lines are the zones that the smart money is targeting. And this is where they do enter. So if you want to align your strategy with the smart money, you want to enter when the smart money enters, you want to exit where they exit. So it's important to understand their strategy so that you can align with them. He has more examples. This is the current Bitcoin chart right here. So this is currently Bitcoin right now. I took this snapshot this morning, and you can see it's been taking out all the sell side liquidity. All of it's been taken out. But look up here at the 70,000 region. Look how much liquidity is resting there. So it is just a matter of time before Bitcoin's going to go up and take out this liquidity. I mean, it might even happen this week because things are looking quite primed. And Bitcoin right now is in a major expansion phase. I haven't got the full indicator on yet, but this is the expansion phase. It's on a weekly expansion phase, which means it's just a matter of time before it goes into the third phase, which is the trending phase. So the market always starts in contraction, expansion, and then trend phase. So we know that Bitcoin is going to go into a trending phase pretty soon because it's got multiple expansion legs already, and it's just a matter of time. But this is clearly shows you, look at all this liquidity resting here. So this can become a best place to focus on targets. So the smart money is always positioning itself against the dumb money. It's so important for every trader to understand how the dumb money trade, how the smart money trade. If they do not understand the difference between the two, chances are you're going to be caught out and you're going to fall prey to this manipulation. So how this works is, you can see over here, we've got this neutral zone. We've got this line. So what indicator X does is it draws these lines, and these are called value lines. And value lines print out where there's contraction located in the market. Contraction where this box is. Contraction is basically an area on the chart where the buying and the selling has actually become neutralized. It's become zero. So the buyers and the sellers have neutralized themselves out because they've become the same. And we call this an efficient market condition. So whenever we get efficiency located in the market, it's telling you the market is going into balance. It's going into a balance point. So the indicator will mark a box around that location. So anything that happens afterwards becomes a defined framework. So you can see, then all of a sudden, when we get this box, that's contraction. We know what's going to come next is the expansion phase. So this box lets us know, it's a leading indicator. It lets us know what is going to happen next, which is expansion. And then we get expansion out the box. And then we get this line that's printed, which is called the value line. When we get these value lines printed, we only want to enter our long positions underneath the value line. And we only want to enter our short positions above the value line. This way, we stay in alignment with the market makers. So let me show you how the dumb money do it. So price breaks out, and you can see it always breaks out of the contraction box with big candles. And it does this so that it can trick the market. It creates FOMO-induced liquidity. FOMO-induced. So it's going to trick you to think that this is the opportune time to buy. So what it's going to do, it's going to break out with a big green candle, and then the dumb money is going to automatically buy because they think the market's going up. But that was created as a trick. And then what's happening? Then the smart money is going to buy, it's going to sell to the dumb money. Can you see? So the dumb money buys, smart money sells to the dumb money. And then there you go. Then it drops and it takes out the dumb money. And then when it breaks below the value line, the dumb money is selling. And then the smart money is buying from the dumb money. and then it breaks above the line, the dumb money is buying, and the smart money is selling to the dumb money. So you see, the current model is always positioned that the dumb money are opposite the smart money. So if you just make this one switch by only buying underneath the value line, you will align your strategy with the market makers. And this is something that's so important for every trader to know, because it happens in crypto, in stocks, in Forex. Doesn't matter what asset class you're trading, it happens on every single asset, and it happens in every single time frame. Then the next most important thing, which I get asked this question all the time, is how do you find the best tokens to trade every single day? We've created a system, and I'm super proud of this, guys. It's taken me months and months to put this together and figure this out. But we've created a scanner app that basically scans the crypto markets, and it's designed to work with our Trend X. Goes on your phone. You can also get it on your computer if you want. What it's going to do is, first of all, it works on pivots, which is the Trend X system, the first indicator I showed you. Now, pivots is, if you don't know much about pivots, pivots is a 100-year-old trading methodology. It is one of the first forms of technical analysis that was ever created. So it stood the test of time, guys. It's been here for a long time. It is the form of technical analysis that traders used before we even had computers. Can you imagine? They were drawing these pivot lines and charts. I mean, I don't know how they did it because I can't figure it out. But what our scanner does is it scans all the assets in the market, and it finds you all the ones that are narrow, all the ones that are wide. It finds you all the details of the pivots. I'll show you an examples here. So on the front of the interface, we get the actual sentiment score of the market. So you can see we've got monthly pivots, weekly pivots, and daily pivots. And based on this, it's going to scan all the monthly pivots in all the tokens, and you can select your exchange. So they are exchange specifics. You know, if you Bybit, Binance, BitGets, Mexi, or I forget what that one is there. But you can select your exact exchange, and then this will plug into your exchange and will give you a sentiment score. So it will tell you exactly the rhythm of the market and tell you exactly what is the sentiment of the market. Every single Monday morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is I look at this, because if majority of the tokens are above the weekly pivot, I know it's going to be a bullish week. If majority of the tokens are below the weekly pivot, I know it's going to be a bearish week. So I can get so much information about what the market is doing just looking at a glance. Then we go into the filter section. The filter section is the exciting part. It's going to tell you everything you want. If you're looking to range trade, you can look for wide pivots. If you're looking for shorts, you can select shorts. If you're looking for longs, you can look for longs. If you're looking for narrow pivots, so you can customize the exact setups you're looking to trade. If you're looking for only narrow pivots, we can select only narrow pivots on here, and you will select only narrow pivots, and those become the best tokens to trade. It also, what it does is it'll help you find the volatile tokens. So we work with these narrow pivots. These are the best tokens to trade if you want to catch these bigger moves. Of course, if you're a range trader, then you can select looking for wide pivots, and you can only focus on range trading. But we primarily focus on these narrow pivots because that is letting us know when there's going to be a big movement that's going to happen in the market. And you can see this week, I selected over here, I selected weekly pivots. So you can choose the pivot. If you're a swing trader, you go the monthly pivots. If you're a mini swing trader, you go the weekly. And if you're a scalper, you can go the daily pivots. And then depending on your trading strategy, then you can say, if you're looking to long the market, you select all the narrow tokens where price is above them, and it gives you a list. So this whole list over here is showing you all the narrow tokens in the market out of all the tokens. So it eliminates you looking for any tokens to trade. These become the ones you trade. You don't need to look at anything else. It really simplifies it. And then you click on the narrow token, and it will open up a chart. We have our own built-in chart system within this app. And then you can look on the chart, where is everything located, and you can analyze the daily, the weekly, and you can, within a few seconds, you can know exactly what is the price action of this chart, whether to go long, whether to go short. And really, like within 5 minutes, I can find a trade if I look on a Monday morning. Like it's really, really such a fantastic tool.
Now, what's important to remember, guys, as well, is up until about 90 days ago, this app was only available to lifetime members of Easy Algo. A lot of you were with us before and are joining us again. We have now made the ScannerX app available for all members of Easy Algo, monthly, semi-month, or every 6 month, annual, lifetime. Everybody gets this included with the general membership, monthly, whatever the case is, and you're going to be able to use this app all through the next 7 days of your experience.
So what it's doing, it's helping you identify the trending phase. So this is the $1 million question that every trader is wondering: when is price going to be going into the trending phase? And this has finally given a solution to that. All you have to do is look for these narrow tokens. So you can see over here, this week, so each one of these grids represents 1 week's worth of price action. You can see last week, this token had a wide grid and it was in a ranging phase. Can you see it was ranging? Then the next week, the grid was tighter and more narrow, which shows the highest probability that it's going into a squeeze. And then this becomes the week. You can see price gets onto the grid and it just launches off that grid. So what we do is we're scanning the market. We're looking for this shift from a wide grid into a narrow grid. And we're finding all the tokens that are going into this squeezing phase. And it's presented to us super nicely on the charts. Another pattern we look for is we look for these inside pivots. This is the holy grail. This is the highest probability setup that we look for within our TrendX system. You can see we've got a wide grid over here, and then we've got a grid that's inside that grid. So if we get a current pivot that is inside the previous pivot, this is showing us a very high potential of a big movement that's going to occur. And these ones have high probability. This was actually a setup right now you're looking at that we gave in the group on Monday. You know, whenever we do our pivot parties, PowerFriend does the pivot parties, we go through and we actually start looking for these ones. And these are the ones that go to the top of the list, is the inside pivots. They have high probability of making these big movements. So we almost know, we know what is going to happen before it happens when we identify these patterns.
Absolutely. It's so let me share with you what we actually look at. Give you a little inside look real quick. Every single week, we do meet for, again, the weekly pivot party, as I said in the events there. That is going to be your first event for your journey. We're going to get you the 7-day free trial today. That's going to give you all day today. I'm going to be in the group. Our moderators and mentors are going to be in the group for you all day today, all day tomorrow, making sure you get your indicators set up, making sure that you've had an opportunity to take a look at some of the trading videos, go through the welcome program, and get yourself set up for tomorrow. Now, some of you may be asleep. Again, we deal with people all around the world. I can't change when the pivots come out. I apologize. I talked to the global financial institutions and I said, please, can you move, the entire, weekly candle close to Bob's time frame, because it's better for him to trade that. And they denied me. So we kind of have to stick with when the world actually says, the week is over. My apologies. So that is at 8 p.m. on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Sundays, which is 000 UTC. That is when it happens. Okay. That's when the planet goes new day. We can't change it. Sorry. So you can join us. We get over 100 people showing up on Sundays. We hang out. We're going to go through the tokens as they're printing. We also take a look at some of your favorite tokens ahead of time. What happens is the bot is printing this entire list for us every single week. Now, some weeks it could be 7 tokens because it was bearish as hell. But you know what that tells us is that the next week is going to be huge. And this week we saw all of these assets that we knew had super narrow pivots that we were going to be able to trade, and everybody in the group had winning trades. Our winning trade section is jammed full of trades that people made money on and gains. So 191%, 21%, 23%. It was insane. So you're going to get this document, this text document. We actually will guide you through the first half hour from 7:30 before the pivots come out. I'll guide you through how to download the list. And not only this list, but our curated list that we'll have at the end of 10 and 20 tokens. But we'll guide you through how to do this. You'll be able to import them into your Tradingview, and then you'll have that right here inside of your Tradingview to be able to trade from. So we have every step along the way to be able to make it very easy for you guys to be able to take these trades, set your alerts, know what are the best assets to trade for the week. If you're a super degen, we're printing these every day. So if you're not following just your 10 assets, every night you get a new list of super narrow daily pivots that are going to move that day. In addition to that, we have the combos. So if you get a confluence of of a token that's super narrow on the daily, super narrow on the weekly, super narrow on the monthly, it's probably going to be a good token to trade that day. And there isn't a single group out there in the world that can automatically give you these, quote, calls that the system is giving you on a daily basis. Go ahead, Seth.
Cool. So what we focus on here is we have these narrow pivots that are printed. They're printed every single month. We get the monthly narrow printed, and these are for your swing trades. Every week we get the weekly ones. These are for your mini swing trades, and then every day they print for your scalp trades. So if you're a scalper, every day you're going to find a trade because you just log onto the app or you log into the group, and it's going to find you all the narrow tokens for the daily. If you're a weekly, then every Monday you're going to find your setups for the week. If you're a monthly trader, every month you're going to find your setups for the month. So depending on whatever trading style you prefer, this will accommodate for that trading style.
Excellent. All right, so I guess this is my department. So 7-day free trial, folks. This is the key to why we're all here. We want to be able to make sure that we get you guys all of the information over a week in the life of Easy Algo. We've noticed that a lot of people will join on, say, a Wednesday, and then they miss out on the pivot party. By Wednesday, Thursday, most of our trades are done. By Friday, we're done. We're chilling out, having a beer, doing our thing in the group, celebrating the trades that we made. I am going to post into the group right now the link for your 7-day trial. Now, I want you guys to sign up. You might pop out of your Zoom. We still have a little bit to go. We're going to do a Q&A session for you here at the end. So if you have to pop out to sign up, go ahead and do that. I've selected 5 numbers between 1 and 90 that are going to get free monthly trials. I'll show you guys those numbers in a bit. I'm going to start seeing you guys come in on my phone. It's going to go bing, 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 bing at the end of it. Tomorrow in the group, I'll post who got the free trials, and you guys will be able to claim them for me for the month. Now, in the 7 days, what you're going to get, hang on, let me just grab the link here and post it for you so you guys can start signing up. Where's my GPT? Right here. I had it a second ago. I did a test on it to make sure that it actually showed up for you guys. And this is the sign up here, 7-day trial, copy code, Zoom. Where's my chat? Where's chat? Right here. And one more time. Go. Sign away. I should start seeing you guys ping in. Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to go over what you're going to get for this week. So again, starting tomorrow night, or starting today, you'll get access to the Scanner X app. You're going to get access to the Tradingview. You're going to get access to the Discord group. You're going to be able to ask questions, open tickets, sort it all out. You got lots of time, no stress. So if you got to work later today, you got to go somewhere else, you got to do your thing. By all means, no problem, no rush, no hurry. This is a full week. The pivot party will be shown in the in the group, and then we do post the pivots for those that have to sleep. What you get after the pivot party, Monday morning, Pramod will be in the UK time. Pramod goes over the candlestick trading and also the UK session, takes a look at those 10 tokens that we had, and we'll show you exactly what tokens we're looking for, how we're going to wait to look for the bias in the market, how we're going to determine our trades for the week. So you're going to be handed that to learn and look at. That is recorded, and you will be able to see it afterwards. At 11 a.m. Eastern, Seth is our first training of the week. This is recorded. All of our trainings are recorded. We have 100 and some odd trainings in the session or in the group already that you can go ahead and use to be able to take those trades. To learn the indicators. But the live ones happen every single week. So Seth is going to go over Indicator X and understanding the smart money, dumb money concept. To introduce you to that, it's really hard to just pick it up inside of this webinar. So again, there's going to be a live training with Q&A. You have a coach right there. After the training, you can join me. I'm going to be in the EA stage. I am every single day, Monday through Friday, available for all the questions you might have. You want to talk about Web3. You want to talk about the indicators. You're having trouble setting it up. You don't know how your Tradingview works. You don't know how to be able to link the charts. You don't know how to import whatever the hell you don't know how to do, I'm going to help you. And if you know how to do everything, then we'll just talk about how to make cookies or some shit. I don't care. We're just going to hang out, and I'm always available. It's like live support daily. Going to repeat that the next day, 2 a.m. UK time. Pramod is available for the UK session. He's going to tell us now We've found a direction. The Asian market moved. The UK market has moved. New York made a decision on Monday. Bang, you're going to start to see where we're going to take our trades during the New York session starting Tuesday. 11, we're going to have Pramod in there. He's going to take you through Trendex. He's going to teach you exactly how it works. He's going to show you how he's profitable and takes money out of the market every single day using Trendex. He's taking something, $10, $100, $1,000, but every day he withdraws. And he's going to show you how he does that using Trendex. Same deal, Wednesday night. We're going to show, you're going to come, we're going to have the UK session. Pramod's going to tell you, okay, where did we enter? How did the market move on Tuesday on the 10 tokens that we're looking at for the week that we picked on Sunday? We're going to guide you through that. We're going to show you the best way to be able to manage those. If you didn't get into your trades on Tuesday, we're going to get you into those trades on Wednesday. We're going to make sure that you're actually entering good trades. 11 o'clock till 4, Community Day. It's all of us just hanging out. We got guys like Ray from Crypto Banter Plus coming in. We got tons of our community members. We have guests all the time. It could be anything, but the stage is open all afternoon for you guys to come and enjoy the group, meet each other, get to know each other. Again, this is a group effort. We are trying to all get ahead of the market together. So we hang out and we make sure that we teach each other whatever we need. Tips, tricks, you name it, we got it. If you don't know how to figure out a MetaMask wallet, I'll teach you. We got you there. Again, bang. Now we're back onto the Thursday UK session. By this point, we're looking at whether we should stay in the trades, we should exit the trades, maybe reverse the trades, or we close our trades. Pramod's going to help you take a look at those. He's going to know how the gas is working. Again, it does this every week. So we want to manage our trades Monday through Thursday, and we're going to do that together as a group with all of you, all right? And then 11 a.m., candlestick trading. Pramod's going to show you how the candlestick patterns work. This is a key component to every method of entering any trade. These funky little lines mean some shit. You got to get to know what they mean. To be able to, it's fine to be able to show you where to enter, but how to know exactly when to enter is key. And Pramod is the king of candlesticks. He's going to show you exactly what a doji is, what an evening star, a morning star, what a bearish engulfing, a bullish engulfing. These candles mean stuff. And once you learn how to use that with the Trendex formula, you don't miss trades and you don't enter too early and you don't get wicked out and you don't get stopped out too fast. You want to be there for that training. It's very, very important. And on Friday, we have our one of our community mentors, Gordon. He manages a mindset mastery course. So we've gone through the week. You've hung out. You've got an understanding on everything. He's going to help you through the understanding of the mindset of the trader. Now that you've got all this information cooked into your brain over the last week, then we're going to have one more live training with Pramod. Pramod's going to go over whatever it is that seemed that the market this week was highlighting, things we might have missed, something you might have not caught on to, something the market did that we didn't know about. He's going to highlight that for us because it'll be relevant, it'll be consistent, it'll be something BTC did, something freaked out. We call it potluck. He's going to come up with a training and teach us live. Again, Q&A, live training. You talk to the guy. He's right there. You can almost touch him. And then chill, no charts, man. Fridays, we just hang out. You'll see me on the beach. Like I'll be in the chat, but I'm going to have a beer in my hand. I'm going to have no shirt on. I'll be sitting on my patio and I'm just going to be chilling out. And for this week, especially, I want it to be all of you guys that are here with us today to tell us how your week was. And on top of that, for this week, I'll give you guys the opportunity to be able to, if for those of you that want to stick and you want to stay and you're in, you've decided Easy Algo is for you. I'm going to offer you guys some opportunities for upgrades, some discounts for those of you that want to take the annual program, which is like breaking it down to, I don't know, I think like $7 a week. So just assume that the live trainings are what you're paying for. It's $7 a week. So it's $1 a piece for all the live events. And we give you all the indicators for free. I don't know if you can squeeze that into the budget, but that's about what it breaks down to. It's $1 a training. Now, if you want private sessions with any of us, it's $150 an hour, but you could just get the membership and get it for $1 and come and learn with us if you want. So Friday afternoon is going to be the big, final event. We'll see how many of you guys want to stick around. If there's any final questions you need on that Friday, we're going to teach you, we're going to help you, we're going to coach you, we're going to make sure that you migrate, and then we're going to continue on, hopefully, right through the rest of the market. Again, in the trial, you're getting both the indicators. You're getting Trendex and you're getting Indicator X. You're getting the companion indicators, which we didn't have time to really speak about here. We have a brand new one called Imbalance X that looks at imbalances in the market. It's almost like a signals tool. It's telling you which way the smart money is and the dumb money is going, and it follows the fair value gaps. It's amazing. We've got TDIX, which is showing you all of the Bollinger Bands. It's showing you where the money flow is. It's showing you everything, anything that any of our competitive indicators out there that you hear all of these YouTubers talk about, TDIX is doing all that for you too. And it's an amazing companion indicator. You get the ScannerX app, ScannerX phone app. You're going to be able to wake up in the morning, look at the sentiment of the market, and know exactly what the hell things are doing that day. You're going to get the bots. So you've got the ScannerX bot for, again, daily, weekly, monthly, spitting those out. We're going to give you the strategies for how to use TrendX and IndicatorX. You've got, like I said, hundreds of hours of live training videos to watch and study from through the week. So if we're not there, so there's nobody around to ask a question, the answer is going to be in there. And we've got 1,500 members in the community that are going to be there to coach you, give you the which trainings to watch. You ask a question, we've got an answer for it. You're getting the 4 live trainings, 1 or 4 or 5 live trainings in some cases. You're getting the trading sessions with Pramod, 24/7 support. Somebody in either the UK, India, Asia, both coasts of North America, somebody is in the chat, whether it's be our moderators, our mentors, somebody is going to be there to be able to support you. We have a ticket system. You open it up, we will answer it as soon as possible. And of course, the community itself, all of these chats you get, and the pivot party. The pivot party is what's going to start your adventure this week. You're going to come out. We're going to give you the top 10 tokens to trade, how to trade them, where to trade them. We don't do calls. We make callers. That's the key component of what we do here at Easy Algo. We're going to teach you how to be able to open your own damn calls channel after a month or so. Once you get this, you'll be able to just open up your chart and go, aha, I compare it to, like, if you've ever seen The Matrix, when the operator's sitting in front of the screen and he sees all the lines falling down, and Neo goes, how do you read that? He goes, after a while you just see blonde, brunette, redhead. That's what ends up happening eventually. You get the aha moment where you just see through the charts and you can tell exactly what the tokens are going to do. So link is in the chat. I'm going to drop it one more time for you here. I see a bunch of you guys signing up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. And what we're going to do, I'm going to bring up, I got a couple of our members. I want to get, while you guys are signing up, and then we'll go into some Q&A. One of my favorite new members, who I spun right in the middle of a community chat, is going to join us. He goes by, his name's Tony Nebraska. I don't know if you can see him in the chat, Seth. He's changed his name in the Discord. Give us a ping there, Tony.
I can't see him yet, but
we can see you.
Let me search for him. Tony.
Grandpa Roy with us. I see Jake's in there. There's Tony. He's in the chat. Cool. Right there.
Hey,
bring him up.
Howard, that was directly to me. Resend it.
There you go. Tony, unmute yourself.
All right.
What's going on, man?
Hey, y'all hear me?
Loud and clear.
There you go.
All right.
Howard,
Yeah.
This gentleman here is probably my most fun conversion that we ever had in one of our community days. We were just hanging out on a Wednesday. He's listening to us. He decides to pop in and start talking. He's like, he sees us trading live, which we do. We do live tradings in the group. And he started to share with us some of his trades. And we just jumped on him immediately. We're like, no, let's do this. So I don't know if you want to tell him a little bit about how it worked out and what your first experience with this was. That would be great.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I didn't think I could use these indicators to trade some of the stuff I was looking at. Like, I was on Jupiter doing inverse perpetuals, betting on BTC with Sol, and Power was like, yeah, man, these things are doesn't really matter. You can use them for anything, and he was right. I was watching it on TradingView, and as I was trading this all on Jupiter, and I made my call, and I explained to Power what I was seeing, which was based off of the indicators. But the way I was gonna play it was, I was all in, and I was gonna take all my profit at the top, and which actually would have worked following the indicators, but there was some responsibility to learn there, some better money management, and basically taking profit along the way. And that's what he really helped me out with, along with a couple other community members, convinced me to take profit along the way. And that was a valuable lesson, because had I not done that, things can go the other way, things can happen. And so it's good to protect your profits. And Hence, I'm stop loss, aka take profit. Now, I definitely I take profits, man. I don't mess around anymore. Uh, and it's great because I can actually see those TP1, TP2, TP3 when I use the indicator. I know exactly where to take profit along the way. And it's fantastic because even if I don't make that third, or even second, I'm good. The indicators will keep me, will guide me along the way. You also made me realize how much of a degen I am because I love the daily pivots, but I'm hooked on the next day pivot because that shit works too. I love looking at those next day pivots. I can't get enough.
Yeah, that's what we do. It's again, and we have something for everybody. If you're trading on a higher time frame, if you're an investment trader and you want to trade, you want to continue to move, you want to move more, two trades a month. Well, you just scale it up. We have the we have the weekly pivots, so you can trade off the monthly and the weekly pivots if you want to. If you got 100,000 in the market, you don't want to be sitting there degenning down at the 5-minute chart looking at the dailies like us, but you can scale it up. It's there. You were trading inverse perpetuals on BTC, right? You were betting Bitcoin and betting Solana and winning Bitcoin. And as that was going up, it was going up. Something a lot of people don't get they can do, right? The idea at the end of the day here is to basically stack up more Bitcoin, do those trades, and then just buy some more spot, right?
Yeah, I got a fun fact. Or actually, this is where the real money is. I'd say is that well, just digging into my result, I made about 100 trades in August. And I showed you guys, I shared all in the winning results, my wins. I didn't share my losses, which was only about 10% of my trades. I killed it, man. I killed it. I mean, out of 100 trades, 90, around 90 of them were winners. Big wins. All off of the indicators. Every single trade I made in August was off of Easy Algo indicators. So
Awesome.
I'm not doing anything else. That's just it. I'm Easy Algo for life at this point. But I want to say I think this will probably be my final point on it is I came in this game real early. I've been in Bitcoin or crypto since the beginning. I didn't start trading until 2018, but I realized I think it was about 2019 when I started to notice the institutional money coming in. And maybe about 2020, it was pretty significant. And I realized that I needed to shift my focus to whale watching. So I started really trying to figure out how to identify the whales and their the flow of their money. And man, that gets so complicated. There's so much to dig into with that. And I never really mastered that. And then when I discovered Easy Algo, I realized that that's exactly what it was helping me do. That was the whale watching tool I've needed all this time. You can't have a better edge than knowing what the whales are doing, and there's so much out there that can get so confusing. And Easy Algo just really simplifies the whale watching process to put you ahead of the game.
Yeah, we trade with them. That's the idea. Some of you may not be able to see the Discord right away. We hadn't turned on that role. You should be able to see it now. Let me know if you can't. You should be able to see the whole Discord. Please take a look. I just checked it as the role of trial user plus the monthly. Let me know what you see. You don't have the monthly role. Nothing yet. All right. At the end of the event, you guys will start to see the Discord unlock. The WAP decided to rug me on that. So you as soon as we're done with the Q&As, I will have it. You guys will see it within 20 minutes after we complete. I've got you all listed. I can see the whole trial user group. I'll open that up for you. But we want you to pay attention to what we're doing here anyway. So don't be going exploring yet. Yeah, no, Tony, I appreciate you coming up. We want all of you to have your own individual experience as well. Over time, you're going to realize even this week, there's going to be a couple aha moments, and we want you guys to all have those. You're going to learn from Tony. You're going to learn from Grandpa Roy. You're going to learn from Amir coming in with his DGen lifestyle, sharing his latest tricks and tips of how he's going to know exactly what to do, and he's going to tell you how much money he made, and then the next day he's going to tell you how he lost it all because he should have had a stop loss and he didn't have a stop loss, and he screwed it up, and he really thought it was going to be fine, but it wasn't fine. And so that's what it's going to be. You're laughing because that's the truth, right? That's like every second day. But
every mistake I've made, every loss I had, I kid you not, it got to be like 9 out of 10 losses were me deviating from the system.
Yeah.
Because I've been taking notes. I that's it. I'm deviating when I lose.
Yeah. Follow the rules and you make the money. That's the trick, right? So you should be able to view channels now, guys. And you should have that role, but again, once it's done, I gotta go talk to my WAP guy and say, hey, why can't they see everything with the monthly? Actually, I got him on chat right now. So while we're here, so hey, Jake, you still here? Thank you, Tony. We're gonna bring Jake up for a second. Appreciate that. Jake, you still with us?
Still here. You hear me now?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You started the same time as I did.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was what was it? April, May, something like that.
Yeah, it was April, May, March, somewhere around there.
Yeah, a lot of the people that we've invited here probably started around the same time.
Kind of brought on Vermont and Mr. P, the mentor, kind of changed the game, and for a lot of us, got us that structure and following the rules and all that.
Yeah,
so
it became a different thing from when we first started. It's a different community feel, but by having the structured trainings now with Seth's brilliant idea, he brought on Mr. Pramod, let him step back a bit to be able to go and develop all our fun things that we try to do. It's a different group than it was for a lot of you that might have been here the first time. So claim access through WAP. It will ask you for your credit card, but again, you can cancel on Friday. I'll show you guys how to do that on Friday. For those of you, if you don't decide to stick with us, you do have to do that. Second, the trial user role.
So now we have the ticket system, so the mentors can help out wherever we have, and we can escalate any issue with the app or anything like that. And then it kind of follows a chain of command, and we have any issues with the app or anything, we get contact with Seth, or we get contact with Power, whoever we have, different timelines. I'm on the West Coast, so it's early morning for me, it's late night for some other people, and so I'm GMing while some people are like good nighting, and I'm good nighting when some people are GMing. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah, and again, Jake's available to answer the tickets. We've got Bell. We've got Grandpa Roy. We've got Pramod. We've got Gordon. We've got, we didn't even talk about the DGen section. That's new. You guys haven't seen this yet. So we also have a trader in our group that trades reversals. He's counter to everything that we teach. So for those of you that really are like, rebellious, I don't want to do what you're telling me. We got you covered. We have our own little area that is spitting out calls daily to be able to share with you guys exactly, what not to do. But it's profitable ways to not do it. So he at least shares with you how to safely be a DGen. The Crypto Crisp, Club Crisp area, it has a disclaimer. So there's a high risk trades. This is how you can make some money real quick, real DGen, real dirty, but you better know what you're doing. There is an entire training on how to be a DGen with Crypto Crisp. We've got his crispy quotes. He's going to share with you exactly how he does it, why he does what he's doing. And then, of course, you've got the calls. He's going to drop these things. Sometimes it's just a set of eyeballs, and you have to use your own skill sets and what you've learned in the group, use the indicators, understand exactly why it is he's saying, hey, you should look at this right now. And if you're that guy who's sitting by the phone going, I want to hit, man. That's what I need to hit. Come on, just give me some dopamine. We have that guy for you, so we can get you into that. All right. I've got the Discord guy looking at fixing the indicator or getting you guys into the group right now. So if you got anybody in the group has questions, please just put your hand up, and Seth will see you have a raised hand. If you guys want to ask something, if we have me, Seth, any of our regulars, by all means, we're happy to answer those questions for you. That or we just did a damn good job again. You all understand exactly what we're doing. I love when that
I'd like to say something to Seth.
Sure, man.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man. I just want to say thank you. You are a godsend. You are like, if this is the Matrix, man, you're like the architect, and you gave us the Oracle. I can't believe how cheap this was. I mean, this system for what it costs, I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Thank you.
Awesome, man. I'm so happy to hear, man. Really, this is why we do it.
I paid for it in like that day, Power, when I was trading those inverse perpetuals. I paid for the membership right then.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Oh man, amazing. Amazing.
He literally made his annual membership right there. Like, all right, yeah. Okay.
I'd like to say something too, if you can let me
Roy.
on.
Yeah, come on up. Hey, everybody, this is one of our community mentors, Grandpa Roy. He was our first fuck this, I quit member that said this shit's too complicated, too hard. I ain't doing it. I'm out. You guys got to figure out how to be able to teach a gentleman of my stature how to be able to handle this complicated stuff. I'm 72 years old, and I can't be expected to just watch a video, know what I'm doing. And we said, whoa, hang on, come on over. Let's take the time. Go ahead, Roy.
Well, first of all, I think your idea to expand this from a 3-day trial to a 7-day trial would attract a lot more people like me who don't have a strong background in crypto. I didn't even know what a Discord was when I joined this thing. And so you guys are taking me from an infant to a person that has a very confident view of what I'm doing over a period of about 6 months. And during that 6 months, I did the paper trading. I did all the things that everybody does and making the mistakes and deviating and not following the rules till I finally came to the point. It's like, if you want to be successful at this, then you have to just follow the rules. Just follow the rules. It's just that simple. And my experience, I saw my business back in 2016. I retired. I thought the world was going to be my oyster and I was going to travel and do stuff. And suddenly the cost of everything has almost doubled since 2016. And so this gives me an opportunity to be able to supplement my income. And as I get older, my physical body may be slowing down, but my mind's still good. And I can sit at my desk and I can do my scalping. It's what I love to do. And I'm an Indicator X guy, as you probably know. And I've just been playing with the Imbalance X. Really love it. I can see where it saved me in my paper trading. I did that this morning. Saved me a couple of times. I would have gotten stopped out because I didn't know that the market was going to turn on me that fast. And so I'm one of those old guys that look forward to working with you guys. I have never been in a group of people who have been more concerned about how are you doing? Are you getting this? And Power, from the very beginning, I didn't even know how to set up Tradingview. And we walked through Tradingview. I've got split screens. I got monitors everywhere. And I've got an opportunity here to stay into this for as long as I choose to do so because it's working for me. We had these many discussions about Trend X and Indicator X, and I just couldn't do Trend X for whatever reason, all the lines and all the complexity of it. So I gravitated toward Indicator X. And the beauty of that is nobody discouraged you and say, go back and do this or do that. The word was find what works for you discover what kind of trader you want to be, and then the software will work with you and it'll work for you. And so those are the key things I want to say. Early on, for most of the newbies, when you're into these live sessions, you're embarrassed to let people know, how do I turn this on? Or how do I turn that on? And you'll sit back and you'll be quiet. And that's the worst thing you can do, because then you'll not experience the support you're going to get when things are confused. And I'm very grateful for that. And look forward to working with you guys for years to come. And again, Power, I owe you a lot. Seth, I owe you a lot. When I wrote that review that wasn't very nice, saying this crap is not for beginners. I don't care what you say, it's not. I got a direct message saying, hey, let me see if I can help you understand this better. And it's been a tremendous ride since then. And I thank you guys so much.
We're glad to have you here, Roy. Very important to us. So, guys, what I'm doing just to be able to get you in right now, there's 57 of you that joined, and I want all of you guys to be able to work with this today. I'm manually adding the monthly roll to you guys right now. So you all came in with the trial roll. My WAP support guy, they're so good, assured me that there would be no issues this morning. Well, but try to believe what you can. So I'm adding the monthly roll. You should see things coming up for you right now. Calaboki, right now, CCPO, you should see this. Chaps, it's going to take me a bit, so just bear with us. Any questions from the audience? Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything you want to know? This is your best time to do so. We see Steph, yeah, come on up, man.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Just a quick question. I've accessed this on Tradingview now, but it's still telling me I need an invite to start using it. How do I access that?
When you in the WAP, do you see the Tradingview? Do you see a Tradingview link?
I saw the Tradingview link, yes.
Yeah, and did you claim the indicators there?
Yes, I did. So
okay, when you go into your indicators, you'll see a section that says invite only.
Yes.
And if you look there, they are there. They have a green lock.
Yeah,
they're not actually locked. That just means you did it right.
It's not green, it's orange. So it seems to be unlocked.
Yeah. Interesting.
Refresh the page.
Yeah, hit refresh on your page.
Yeah, let me refresh it. Yeah, and I still give it with orange.
Good old WAP. Okay, we will issue these to you guys in a second. I have you all tagged as trial user. So give us again 1 hour to make sure we get these all sorted out for you from the end of this event, and you guys will get them. You should be able to start looking at some of the videos inside the group as I'm adding these roles to you, and you guys can start following along there. You'll get first things first. Unmute the announcements channel in the Discord once you have your role and you can see it, because that's where I'll start pinging you, let you guys know exactly what we're doing. And then, you guys will be able to go back in and claim your indicator. Again, you don't want to jump too far ahead and claiming the indicators right away. I know everybody wants to fuck manuals. I don't need that. I don't need to read that. It's pretty important to take your time with what we do. That's why we're giving you a full week. We want you to be able to take a look at what it is. In the welcome section, in your welcome message, you're going to get some instructions. Go to the welcome section, follow the start here, do the steps, take your time. If you don't have time today, put it away. Do it tomorrow. But you want to be able to sit down for a good hour or so and get yourself set up perfectly. This way you're ready for the week to come. That's why we did it on a Saturday, in case we had any issues or problems like this, for instance. We could cover it and we can make sure that we get everybody ready for tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Seth, I just got a question for you. I've seen you a couple of times on Sheldon's show as well.
Yes.
So just one question. When your TPs, you've got TP1, TP2, TP3. Just a question for you. If you start taking profit, how many % profit do you take? Is it 25%, 50%, or is it each to their own?
It all depends on how you prefer to trade. You know, like some guys in the group will take 50% of the profit off the table. Once it hits take profit one, move stop loss to break even and just let it ride for as long as they can go, being a safe trade, you know. But each person will have their own unique strategy of how they like to do things. I don't like taking profit. I like to just hit my take profit and then exit the trade. So every person will develop their own strategy of what they gravitate towards.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. I've been trying trading. I've joined Sheldon last year, and the first year of my life was a bit difficult, so I've lost most of my profits. So slowly but surely this year, I've given him another shot. So hopefully, Easy Algo will help me to get back to just to break even, and then from there on, work a basis going up.
We're here for you, man. We're here to support you. Let's do this.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Now, let me know, actually, Steph, you can help me out since I got you. Inside the WAP category where you're at, do you also see the risk reward calculator?
I saw that, yes.
Okay, so that's a free tool. There's a video on how to use it. We go over it all the time. A lot of people, you know, but the majority of what we train for and we teach here is perpetuals and futures trading. You know, if you don't have a lot of money, well, leverage is going to be the way that you're going to be able to make some during this bull run. And a lot of people find that leverage is scary. They're worried they're going to get wrecked. They're going to lose their money. Well, this tool is designed to help you not do that.
Awesome.
We share with you how to be able to set your stop losses appropriately, how to make sure you're managing your risk. You know, you're never putting more than 2% of your entire portfolio at risk at any given time. And, you know, how to be able to determine the amount of leverage that you should put on a trade safely while still risking only that limited amount. One of the things that when I first joined was people would start talking about leverage and they would say these things like, I feel comfortable with this much leverage. I like to use this much leverage. I said, this is a mathematical business. Like, what do you mean you're using emotion to determine, or random thought to determine how much leverage you're using in there? So we came up with the risk reward calculator to actually make it a mathematical equation. So you feel more comfortable entering the trade safely because you're like, well, what's the worst that can happen? I lose 2%. If I'm losing 2%, I got 50 chances to screw this trade up before I'm broke. And if you screw up if you blow the trade more than 4 times, you should really just come back into the group and say, hey guys, what am I doing? Let's not get to 50 breaks.
Yeah, I would just after third time's a charm.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, then just leave it.
That's it. Yeah, it's clearly something. Zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. You probably made the wrong choice on that. But again, we're here for you to talk about it. A lot of you guys may be, you know, coming, like as you mentioned, you're coming from one of the other groups. There's a distinct difference between what we're doing and what a lot of the other channels, which are, you know, designed for an overall membership structure of people, you know, a club, so to speak. We, as Seth said in the beginning of this, we're a school. We're all focused on the same goal. I'm not going to be dropping, you know, the next hot meme coin in the chat, even though we do get some alpha like that. But we're going to be focused on training on the indicators. We're going to teach you how to be able to manage your trades, how to be able to handle, you know, the market, how to adjust. This is a very, very focused community. It's I make it more akin to like a community college. We've got people of all ages from 72 down to 17 in the group. But we're all here, same purpose, same goal, mature adults trying to do our best to be able to change our lives, be able to learn a skill set that we can maintain and carry for the rest of our lives, whether bull market, bear market, stock trading, crypto trading, you name it. We're going to have a skill that we're never going to lose for as long as time exists. So it's very important to kind of get your head around the idea that this is where, as actually, there's a line that Pramod, our trainer, says, easy algo is your last hope. If you don't get this, get out of trading.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys.
No problem. Okay, so you should all see. I've only got 2 more people with the role that haven't got the monthly. Do you guys see all of the channels now? Just give me a couple thumbs up in the chat if you can. Tell me if you're seeing all the channels inside the Discord group now. Should be able to see them. Perfect. Okay. So you would have all gotten a DM from our bot. Don't ignore it. Okay, it's going to give you the first basic instructions. Then inside the ask questions section, you would have been tagged as well. So make sure that you take a look at that and read that. And that's going to start you down the path. We do have the ticket system if anything's stuck. I have to get with WAP and Seth and I are going to have to look at why it is you guys don't have the indicator availability. You should have been able to claim it because the product was supposed to be attached with a monthly. So as long as you're seeing all the discords, that's going to give you some time to be able to go in and take a look at some of the videos, get the start here section, but you will be able to do it. You don't have access to the link. 7-day trial, but I can't have the channels or use the indicators. Got this message. Interesting. Okay, like I said, we'll get it to you. We'll get it to you. We'll get it to you. Hey, what's up? Question?
Sorry, I'm for the